So after a pretty minor rollout that effectively turned out to be the beta test for state share on Stadia with Creator, the potentially game-changing platform feature has arrived in full with the release of Hitman 3, and we've spent a few days getting to know it better and see just how it works, and if it is the game changer it's set out to be. Thanks for watching 9to5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. So some of you out there are probably wondering why state share is a big deal at all. Well, effectively at the moment the ability to challenge your friends in certain types of game or specific gaming scenarios relies heavily on creating a level playing field. State share on Google Stadia allows you to effectively save a point in a game within a snapshot of said title using a screenshot or clip. For instance, in the new Hitman game, you can take a screenshot which will act as that snapshot with all of your inventory items and some wider in-game progress contained within it. Think unlockables though, rather than overall level progression. Now say I reach a certain portion of a level or challenge and want to see how my friends get on. Well, I can just take a screenshot or capture a short clip, send the link, and voila, if they want to play from the same point in time with all of my progress intact, they can. Well, not quite yet though, as at least on Hitman 3, the tech is there, it's just up to the developer as to how they enable or implement the feature wholesale. I think if you're in a solitary gamer though, this probably isn't going to be a big deal. However, it opens up challenges for the wider gaming community, especially those who stream, for instance. A Let's Play could turn effectively into a game that you can actually play along with all of the same progress intact. For speedrunners especially, this creates a truly level playing field without the need for modified save files or having to start the game from a specific point every single time. Depending though on Stadia as a gaming platform, how it develops with regard to player base and game library, this could be one of the most underrated additions to any service out there. Not only that, but if you're not usually a fan of using the sometimes slow in-game saving systems or hate autosave messing up a perfect run, you can add some trial and error to your gameplay simply by taking a screenshot. It may also make the act of solving certain in-game puzzles easier, as you can share your progress with a friend and in essence replicate passing the gamepad through play to a certain title in tandem. State share as a concept opens up more possibilities for the gameplay, more possibilities for developers to use this as a cooperative method, and just more possibilities for engagement within a game series. But does it work, and how does it work so far? Well, during our initial testing period, the feature has worked as IO Interactive intended. The developers have implemented the state share feature in a way that will generate a game state at a certain level starting point within Hitman 3 and the previous titles, rather than launch at a point a screenshot or clip happened to be shared from. The only other game out there to offer state share features is that of Creator, which was in beta but in reality felt like a souped up game invite using URLs and not the simplicity of sharing a screenshot mechanism. However, that was just the early stages of the feature, making this the true release of the option to jump directly into what amounts to someone else's game save. So anytime you take a screenshot within the game, the exact starting scenario is saved within the capture, meaning that the further you progress within the game and unlock pre-level extras, new conditions and wider in-game progression, it's all held within an image or clip that you can share with whoever you want. Our only concern is that while taking a screenshot or in-game clip will automatically utilise state share features, you need to use Stadia in a desktop browser to toggle the option to allow another player to activate the play mode when sharing. This does slow things down a little, and we hope this doesn't be the case forever. You can use the mobile browser though in desktop mode to toggle the option, which is a little bit hacky, but it does work. So here is an example of the opening level from Hitman 3, which you can find in the video description below. As you can see, it is a state share image. I can tap the play button and that link should take me directly to the start of the opening level at a completely different starting point with a disguise applied and a number of key in-game items already in my inventory. You can't actually unlock this option unless you complete this opening level while also finishing selected in-game challenges, but with state share you can dive right in right now. Provided you have the game, you should be able to just complete the level with certain prerequisites already done and dusted. The benefit here is that you're effectively getting a head start without needing to go through the arduous process of finishing the level in question. You can also play this snapshot in isolation, meaning any progress you do make does not affect the original account or the save state. Of course, given the challenge elements of the Hitman series, this might prove to be a big draw for the competitive player, effectively creating unique start points for you to share and challenge your friends to complete with, or for those maybe not quite as good as the friends, getting an easier start position. So while on face value that might be disappointing to hear, this isn't a complete state ready to be played. It's the early tentative steps within a game that will hopefully encourage more community play with options that won't be available in any other platform versions of the game. Now, if future builds are able to teleport you to a specific scenario you've found yourself in, as Google hinted that developers can implement, this really could be one of the killer features of Stadia has over every other platform out there. At the moment though, state share feels much like Stadia itself, on the cusp of something special, but ever so slightly undercooked. With that said though, let us know if you're excited to try out the state share feature on your own Stadia accounts, or if you're outright disappointed down in those comments section below. But until next time, this is Damien with 9to5 Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.